Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's monthly plan with me. This video is for sure going to go up probably a bit late today. It is 8 o'clock in the morning on Wednesday and I am just now getting a chance to sit down and film this video. We have just been very busy, but without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. The first thing I wanted to mention is that I am using an iPad Pro. This is the 12.9 inch iPad. And then I'm also using a second generation Apple Pencil with a grip on it. And this is by the brand Upper. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's UPPR. I love the grip. My hands have been really just hurting lately. I think a lot of it has to do with like the colder weather. So that's just been really nice just to kind of avoid my hand cramping when I'm writing and stuff. And then I did put a paper screen protector on my large iPad and you guys, I am loving it so much. Like, I am so late to the game on this, and maybe when I first tried them they were just like a little bit different or just not as good, but this is a screen protector by the brand, I think it's Bersem. It's B-E-R-S-E-M, I want to say. It's on, I have an Amazon storefront and it's in the digital planning section of my storefront, which I have linked in the description box down below. But this is a game changer. It's so much cheaper too than like the Paper-like brand. And it just made a world of difference in using my iPad mini. If you haven't seen that video, I set up my iPad mini and I put a paper screen protector on it and I just fell in love and had to put it on my large one, and it has made a world of difference with like designing stuff and my workflow, and I just am obsessed. I love that the glare is not bad at all, especially for filming. It's still just as bright. The texture is fun to write on. You guys will hear that. And the fingerprint situation is amazing. Like with the glass one, fingerprints and stuff would show up like crazy, and on this one, not the case. It's not scratching. I also use a metal tip, which I also have linked in my storefront if you guys can see that. There's no scratching. It's just amazing. So anyways, I just wanted to mention what I am using because I do get questions about that. And then I'm using the Planner Pieces system from Planning to Prosper, which is my Etsy shop. Basically, they're very simple, just single sheet PDFs, no hyperlinks whatsoever, and you use it in conjunction with the file system. Okay, this keeps asking me to upgrade even though I've already, yes, I keep getting that same message. I don't know what's going on with that. And it won't like go, sometimes it goes away, sometimes it doesn't. I don't know what's going on. Anyways, so I use that in conjunction with the file organization system in GoodNote 6. That's what I'm currently using is GoodNote 6. And so you can see here I have my 2024 planner and then I have other folders for other things. But if I open up my 2024 planner, I have a folder for January where I pull in my weekly views, my monthly view, all that kind of stuff. I set up my folder for February, and then I have my budget here. Every Friday I have a budget video go up, so definitely check those out if you're interested to see what we do for budgeting. And then just access to the P2P vault where I can get like mini calendars and things like that. And then just scripts I have handy right there. So in my February folder, I put all the sticker kits I'm planning to use for February right in the folder, so that makes it super convenient. And then I have my monthly calendar and I have my monthly dashboard. So for the monthly calendar, I'm using the To Done version 4. It's the Meet Me at the Cafe bundle of dashboards. And then this is a new release that came out a couple weeks ago, a whole big pack of monthly dashboards. I love this one. I want to focus on just a few habits. I think one mistake I've been making lately is I keep trying to change like 20 different things, and yeah, I just need, like, I'm trying to replace bad habits with good habits, right? And so I think I just have been overloading myself. Like, I plan out my perfect, like, scheduled day with all my wonderful habits, and it's completely different from what I currently do. And so to expect myself to just wake up and change everything overnight is unrealistic, and I keep like feeling like a failure because of that. So I think what I really need to do is just focus on, like, I want to call them like the snowball habits or like the domino habits, the things that are going to like push the other things into being realistic, like waking up early in the morning. You guys, I used to be such a morning person, and that changed. I started like just working really late into the night for the longest time too. This is not anything new. And I would just sleep in. And now I'm trying to change that and have like a cutoff time for work early in the night to help, you know, get my kids ready for bed and to be able to read at night and stuff like that, and wake up early. And it has become so difficult to wake up early. I used to get up at like 4 in the morning, no problem, would jump into a workout, and I loved it. And that has since definitely changed. It is very hard to wake up early when you don't do that. Like I have kids, so I still wake up at like 7, I would say is probably the latest that I sleep in, if you will. But still, like I want to get up at around 5. That's sort of the goal right now, which means that I need to be like in bed asleep by like 9:30, somewhere around there. So anyways, I think that's gonna be like my big focus, and then not ordering any DoorDash is a big thing. The convenience of that is awful, you guys. It's so bad. It makes it so easy to get junk food and stuff, and I'm trying to just eat more at home and all of that kind of stuff. Not to mention it's super expensive, and I'm trying to save up for getting my hair cut, but I was using my pocket money to like get DoorDash, and I actually have not done that in a long time. I have not ordered, but I feel like it's like that gateway thing where it's like I order once and then it becomes like very tempting to do it more. So just trying to focus on that, focus on drinking more water. So anyways, I'm gonna figure out like my top 6 habits I wanna focus on for the month, the most important ones, and put those here. And then I'm gonna put like work related stuff, I think, down here, maybe some homeschool related stuff. I'm not super sure yet, but I'm gonna use this for like 5 different sections, maybe like each week even doing, ooh, you know what would be good is doing like each week what is needed for our family subjects. Our family subjects typically involve some sort of like a science experiment or a craft or a project, and I inevitably need, you know, some supplies for that. Sometimes if I don't have them at home, I have to buy them. So it'd be nice to kind of list those out, like look ahead and list them out and sort of know what I need. So I might do that there. And then this little section here, the post-it note, sticky notes, I'm gonna use for Bible verses. So every week our family works on memorizing one Bible verse, and so I'm gonna put that there, I think. So I think that's how I'm gonna use this page, but I'm still kind of thinking it through. So yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into planning though. And I am going to pull over my date dots here. It worked out this morning. Maddie has her very last tennis lesson this morning, so everyone went to that, and I'm able to film my video, and then when they get home we're gonna start like morning basket, family subject learning, that kind of stuff. So I have time to film, but I don't think I'm gonna have time to edit. So I think the first is on a Thursday, right? Let's double check that. Yes, so like I said, I'm pretty sure this video is gonna go up late, but I honestly like completely forgot about it because I've just been in a groove trying to get ahead on sticker kits and things like that. I feel very behind with work right now, and I'm just trying to change that and get a good workflow going. I've been just sort of struggling with the business in terms of like prioritizing things and just the direction I want to go, and I've been kind of stunted with my creativity, which if you are a creator, you know, like that is the worst, you know. I feel like, I don't know, I feel though, I was talking to Andrew about this, and I feel like a lot of that has to do with my current like physical health and the bad habits that I have. Should I have made these date dots a little smaller? Probably, huh? I'm going to just grab all of these one more time and just resize them real quick. That's how I recommend doing this, by the way. I just think they're a little too big. So I think when you are not feeling your best, that affects your creativity and motivation and all of that kind of stuff, and it affects your mental state. And right now, you guys, I'm gonna be totally transparent and honest with you guys, like I am not doing very good. I don't know if it's the winter blues or what, or if it's just like I've had some burnout going on for a long time, and I keep just trying to push through it because I'm like, what am I supposed to do? You know, it's not like I can just stop working. Like, I think a lot of it just is needing to have better habits and be taking better care of myself, which is to my own fault, like the last thing that I always decide to care about. I just always put my own self-care last, which I don't want to do, but I have this, and it stems from my childhood, like, which I won't go into, but I just have this feeling of like it's selfish to do anything for myself, and I just struggle with that. Like I struggle with like feeling guilty for those things. Like even this morning, like I knew I needed to hang back and film my video, and then I was like, I kind of want to take a shower too, like, and just, you know, like an actual, like, I saw this thing on Instagram, it was really funny. It was like talking about like the shower where like you're shaving and you're washing your hair and you're conditioning your hair and you're doing like exfoliation, like that kind of shower. And that kind of shower takes me like 30 minutes, you know, like I have really long, really thick hair. So I only wash it and condition it like max like twice a week, sometimes 3 times a week, it just depends. But I have to carve out time for it because it just takes so long. And so you know, I've been to Maddie's tennis and stuff like that. Like I've seen her in action and it's so fun. Today's her last one, and so like I was like, I should probably go to her last one, but I also knew like I needed to get this done, not just for filming purposes, but because my brain just seriously swims around. Like I feel stressed when this stuff is not done. Like I really refer to my monthly view every single day, multiple times a day, to kind of see what's going on. And the fact that February is like tomorrow and this wasn't done was really stressing me out. And then of course, like wanting to get a shower in, I'm hoping to kind of get that done. I don't know if I'll get that done before they get home. They'll probably be home a little bit after 9, but I don't know. I just have always struggled with that. So just the guilt, mom guilt, all that kind of stuff. So anyways, this is kind of how I do date dots. I resize them all at once, as you saw, and then I put them in each row, and then I kind of place them in the row that they need to go in, and then I go in and zoom in and kind of place them more where they need to be. So that's kind of how I do it. It does not take long at all. I think it's been like 6 minutes, and I resize them twice, so it takes like 5 minutes usually max to do this. So not bad. But there we are. Now I have date dots. I'm also going to go over here and grab my February sticker. So I've been feeling off, to be totally like transparent with you guys and honest, like for probably the past 7 or 8 months, since like the beginning of summer. I think I've been feeling like summer 2023. I've just been feeling off. And I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that, again, full transparency, I'm the sole breadwinner of our family currently. and I've just been feeling called to be with my family more, which is kind of a conflicting thing because I run the business full time, and when you're running a business, if you're a business owner, you know you work well beyond 40 hours a week. It takes a lot, especially when you're doing pretty much everything. Like currently, Andrew's doing sticker kits, which is honestly the most that anyone's able really to do unless they help with like social media and stuff, which like I'm in a position right now where I'm trying to decrease expenses as much as possible for the business, and you know, so I can't afford help right now. Honestly, like I need to make sure Andrew and I are getting paid, and I'm not in the position where I can guarantee pay for someone else, and that's not a good, you know, I don't want to put anyone in that position. So I have to figure things out on my own, and like I design the planners, I design the stickers, I design like I handle customer service and my website, my accounting, all that kind of stuff. So Andrew's helping with the sticker kits, and that's honestly kind of as much as he can do currently. We tried to get him to do like social media and stuff like that, but he's never even been on social media. Like he's never had a Facebook, he's never had any of that stuff. So it's definitely out of his comfort zone, and I don't know, it's easier, like the filming stuff, like he doesn't use planners and stickers and stuff like that. So it's like, it's just so not what he does that it just didn't really make sense for him to be doing that. So I really want to learn, because that's like the one area where I know I really need to work on improving, is my social media presence. And I think it's just kind of that necessary thing when you're running a business, because it helps with marketing and stuff like that. But I am just not good at all with social media stuff. So and honestly, so I love social media in the sense that I'm able to connect with you guys. I think that that is truly amazing, and I've had my YouTube channel for a long time, and YouTube is definitely my like preferred way to connect with you guys, and my social media. I just love creating videos. I love sharing and stuff like that. Now, when it comes to the other platforms, TikTok and Reels and stuff like that, Instagram, if I was able to run my business without it, I would. I wouldn't even be on social media at all. I went back, and in an attempt to just sort of decrease my like desire to scroll, and just also because Andrew at that time was going to take over social media for me, I actually, like on my business account, I don't follow anyone anymore. I kind of took any sort of personal element out of the social media and just made it business. And that's also because for Andrew, like I didn't want him to get distracted by things, and it's nice when you don't follow anyone, you don't really have anything pop up in your feed, or so I thought. Eventually Instagram was like, let me start throwing random things to you to look at, and it's so distracting. I get sucked in so easily. So yeah, anyways, there's ways to like create your reel, and then there's platforms you can use to like schedule it and stuff, and even reply to comments. And I need to just do research. Like I just need to be, what am I doing? I need to be in like research mode for it, and I'm just struggling finding the time basically to do that. So we have an oil change this upcoming Friday. Okay, so I've got that in. So anyways, yeah, Andrew and I've talked about this in my budget videos, but we're in this place now where we're trying to switch roles, where like, and it's gonna take a while to get there, right? Like Andrew hasn't been working for a long time. He's always kind of just done part-time jobs, because I've always been like the one like bringing in the primary source of income. He's worked a couple of jobs in the past, and at one point he was working like 2 or 3 jobs, and that's always helped out so much. But we just knew that we wanted to have like one of us being a stay-at-home parent, and it made more sense for him to stay home because I was the one who already had that like full-time like career sort of going in higher education. That's actually where I worked prior to running my business full-time. So we just kind of went with that. But then everything changed once I became like a mom, and everything I just was doing, like I was working my hardest to be able to at least work from home and be with my kids, you know, full time. I just didn't want to miss out on much. And when I was working full time, my heart was always at home, and it was just difficult for me. I worked very far away. I used to work at Grand Canyon University, and my commute was like 45 minutes to an hour. And then I would pick up my kids or get home. My stepdad watched them for a while when Andrew's working 2 jobs, which I was so grateful for. We only did like 1 stint in daycare for like 6 months, and that was it. And some daycares are great, don't get me wrong, but in Arizona, it's hard to find a good one, not gonna lie. It's not the easiest feat. So, but anyways, so I would only get like, I would see Maddie for like a very brief moment of time in the morning. And then I would get home and I would see her for like an hour before bedtime, and I just like, I don't know. So anyways, I worked really hard, eventually got a work from home position with a different university. And my initial goal with opening my business was it was like a creative outlet. It was just kind of a fun hobby to do on the side, but also I was like, okay, maybe we can replace Andrew's income and have him be like a full-time stay-at-home dad, because the way we had it, he was working part-time, and the university I worked for, thank goodness, would allow me to sort of create my own schedule. So I was able to work my schedule around his schedule, and that worked out pretty well for a while. But I was like, this would be so nice to like have him home full time, because I also wanted to see him more, because we were just kind of like the 2 ships passing in the night sort of situation going on. And you know, that does take its toll on your relationship after some time. So at least for us it did. So I was able to do that eventually with the business, but then I felt like, okay, like I think I feel like God's calling me to run my business full time. So I made the leap into running my business full time, and it's been absolutely amazing. But as you guys know, the economy has not been the greatest, and if I'm being brutally honest with myself, I feel like I've just been struggling with growing the business and all that. So I don't know, I think this is where I'm struggling the most right now, is I always have felt like I've felt the Lord like calling me to something, right? Like I'm like, okay, I know what my next step is. I know what I'm working towards and that kind of thing. And right now I just like, I don't feel like, I don't know what to do. You know what I mean? Like I know some things I need to work on, you know, the social media stuff for my business and stuff. And Andrew and I know, like, okay, he's feeling called to work outside the home and all of that. But I'm like, I don't know, it's just weird. It's just this weird feeling of like being in limbo and not knowing what's next, and kind of being fearful, like, you know, running more on fear than faith, which is like not typically how I roll. I'm usually pretty good about faith over fear, but lately I feel like I have not been so great at that. And that takes its toll on your mental health, I think, eventually over time too. Just the anxiousness, the worry, the doubts, the fears, like, and you know, I feel like the devil, he will take advantage. When you're feeling down, that's when you're gonna get those voices in your head that are like, oh yeah, like you're failing at this and da da da, and like you're never, like the fears and doubts and anxiousness come from Satan. They don't come from anything good. So anyways, yeah, I just have been struggling with all of that, just being fully transparent with you guys. Like, I don't know. I'm lacking a sense of direction right now, and just like not knowing how to prioritize things. Like, I feel like the thing that I need to prioritize over everything else right now is my faith, because I feel like when the devil attacks, it's time to put everything you have into, you know, fighting that and all of that. So I feel like, and I've honestly felt just very convicted about that lately, because I feel like I'm not, like, I go to Bible study every Thursday, I go to church every weekend, I do Bible study with my kids in the morning when we do morning basket, but that is not the same as having that one-on-one time, diving into the Bible, like praying, all that kind of stuff. And that's where I've been slacking, is I have not been making enough time for that, because I'm not waking up early enough. And that goes back to that habit of like, let's wake up in the morning and like actually, you know, get some one-on-one time in. So what do I want to call this? Coffee with, I don't know, coffee, I'll just call it coffee date at, I think we agreed, oh, what time did we say we were gonna do that? I'm going to get coffee with the ladies from my Bible study group this Saturday, and there's the hike information. Oh, 1 o'clock. Okay. At 1 o'clock. So I'll put that in there. So yeah, yeah, I just need to wake up early. I know that that's like, because if I wake up early, I will get my Bible study time in. I will go for a walk, which getting outside is a big deal, especially like when I'm working from home and I'm just in my office constantly. Like, I feel like getting some fresh air, getting outside, getting some sunshine is so important. Not to mention like the movement. You know, I'm sitting at my desk quite a lot. I have a standing desk, but I don't use it as often as I should. So yeah, I just, oh, and you know what? I'm gonna need to move these up because of Bible study. So I know that that's the habit that I really need to focus on. And I'm normally able to pull myself out of these slumps, but like I said, this has been going on since the beginning of the summer 2023, and I honestly haven't really talked about it to anyone besides Andrew, just because, like, I don't know, it's just kind of embarrassing, you know? Like, I'm able to pull myself out of this stuff usually, and the fact that I haven't been able to has just been, I don't know, like, it's just this infuriating feeling of like, okay, I know what I need to do. I know what I need to do, but I'm not doing it. Why do I keep getting in my own way? Why am I not following through on this? And just knowing that if I would do all of these things, like, it would have a positive impact on my business and being able to be more creative and feel more motivated and work more productively and efficiently and all that, or be more productive, work efficiently. It would have a positive impact on my marriage, and like, because you know, when you're not feeling confident and stuff, like I feel like that affects like all of your relationships really, but especially your marriage. Like in my case, like I just feel like, I don't know. And Andrew has a really hard time seeing me struggle. Like he's, you know, and he's getting frustrated because, well, he like helps me create these plans and then I don't follow through on it, you know? So, and then just, yeah, when you're not feeling confident, like it's just easy to like hide at home and not get out with people and see people and like all that kind of stuff. And I just tend to, when I'm not feeling my best, I tend to distance myself a lot. Like I just disappear, and that's that. So, and my sister called me out on it. Count on her to call me out on it. But she was like, listen, you are not responding to text messages. Am I gonna need to come check on you every single day? Like I will. I drive by your house whenever I go to work, type of situation. So, and she's the same way. And that's why like she knows when I get quiet, like it's because I'm struggling. She deals with the same type of thing. So, and like I said, it's been going on for a long time. So it's like one of those things where it's like very noticeable. And, you know, if I'm taking care of myself, like that's a positive example for my girls. Like I don't mind them seeing me struggle as long as they're seeing me get out of the struggle. I don't want them to think that life is never going to be hard, because it is. Life is difficult. It's full of ups and downs. It's okay for them to see mom having a hard time, but it's not okay for them to see me being stuck here for so long. So, so that's kind of where I'm at with all of that. I know this is so random, like tons of random chatter, but I'm just, you know, letting you guys know truly what's going on right now. And you know, I don't want to ever give the impression, like I just don't feel right about coming on here and being like, everything is so great. When it's not. Like I just feel fake when I do that. And that's why I honestly distance myself and like don't talk to people when I am feeling this way, because like I don't know how, like if someone asks me like, oh, how are you? I'm not the type of person that's like smiling like, oh, it's so wonderful. Like I wear my heart on my sleeve. You can see it all over my face. Like I just really have a hard time. And the people who know me well enough know, like, okay, stop BSing me. You know what I mean? So anyways, but I don't want to sit here and complain the whole time either. That's why I'm trying to be just very honest, like brutally honest with you guys, but also myself. Like I am responsible for keeping myself stuck here. I know what I need to do. And I just need to, you know, it's time to like stop feeling sorry for myself. Stop feeling like it's okay to feel those things. Here's the thing, you guys. It's okay to feel down. It's okay to like, you know, that's not something to feel guilty about. Like people will say, oh, there's something always to be grateful for, and it could always be worse. And that is so true. There is always something to be grateful for. It could always be worse. But the thing is like, it's okay still. Like you shouldn't shame yourself for feeling the way you're feeling. You know, it's just, that just is gonna make things worse. You know what I mean? Like if you're shaming yourself and you're feeling guilty for feeling down or being like, God, what's wrong with me? And constantly asking yourself like, what's wrong with me? Like it could be worse, it could, whatever. That's just gonna make you feel worse about the whole situation, and that helps nothing. It just, you know, and I do that. Like I'll be like, God, like I have so many blessings in my life. Like what is wrong with me? You know, like why can I shake this and get past this? And that doesn't help, you know? Like I said, that just makes things worse. So, okay, let's see. So I need to put church in, but I also, on the 17th, we have a lot going on. Church is gonna have to happen on the 18th, actually. So maybe I will just put church in real quick, and then we'll put the other things going on. But hopefully this isn't too much of like just random, you know, random, what am I trying to say? You know what I mean. And I don't want it to come off as like super negative or anything like that either. That's not like my intention. But I do want to keep it real with you guys, and hopefully Andrew will be able to find, I think a big thing is like just this pressure of the business being like our sole source of income currently. Like even when you're running a business and if it is going well, the one mistake I think I have personally made is we're doing 5:30 now actually. You should have multiple streams of income coming in, multiple streams. And I only have primarily Etsy. YouTube is not, it's nothing. You guys, like, if you're a YouTuber, you know, you know that it's nothing. It's like literally, I just do it because I enjoy it. Otherwise, I would not at all be doing it because it's not, the return on investment is not there. It's non-existent. Let's see. Ooh, you know what? I can make that a little bit bigger probably. Or actually, should I keep it a little smaller? Why not? Let's try to center it there and then copy that one. I'll have to cut the other one. But yeah, you want to have multiple sources of income coming in. And I don't have my own website. I don't have like a newsletter email thing. I don't know how to set that stuff up. It's not something that I've like educated myself on or that I feel comfortable doing. And it's like really time for me to kind of get it together when it comes to that. So we'll probably go to the 11 a.m. for that one. And on the 17th we have a lot going on. So yeah, just that pressure of things, it just has gotten to me, and it's this feeling of like I never feel like I am doing enough, and just my priorities being all over the place. Like I feel so called and so passionate to homeschool, which means I need to decrease my work hours. But if I decrease my work hours, that means not as much, like I had to scale back my new releases and stuff. So that means I'm not releasing as many products, you know, per month. And I don't have that time to like sit and research and build a website and all that kind of stuff, and I don't have the financial means right now to pay someone to do it for me, so I have to do it on my own. You know, like I don't have a choice, and it's so like not in my wheelhouse. So it's just this feeling of like, okay, like I have to put so much like into, there's so much I need to get done for the business to keep it growing, like make sure it stays afloat, like all that kind of stuff. But then also like just feeling like I need to really put time into self-care, and I need to need to get that time in with my kids. Maddie's 9, my oldest is 9. She is halfway to 18. And it's not like, you know, when they're 18, we're gonna be like, okay, bye. Because I wanna actually change that in our family dynamic. My family is like, you're grown, you're gone, see you at Christmas. And that's not the family culture that we wanna have. Like, we want things to change. It's how Andrew's family is too. It's like, you know, people are scattered all over the states, and it's like, see ya, you know, see ya when we see ya, whenever that is, in a few years or whatever. And we want, yeah, we want, like, we will follow our children. Like, we want everyone to be close. If the girls decide to have babies, I want to be there and be a present grandma and like take care of those babies, help her as much as possible. My friend Kelsey, she has parents like that are just there constantly supporting her and helping her when she had kids. Like, when she had her babies, like, her mom would sleep there and help her and like all that. And I was like, oh my goodness, like that is what I want to be able to do for my kids, you know, is be that source of support. So, so anyways, but yeah, she's, this all to say, like, time is flying by and I feel it, and I'm just not really willing to sacrifice more time away from my children. Like, I'm just not willing to do that. I want to, you know, I want to be the primary one doing homeschool because I'm super passionate about it, and I want, it's more than like, let's learn math and language arts. That's definitely part of it. That's a huge part of it. But my favorite time with them is morning basket time. Teaching them about our faith as Christians, teaching them about good values, good morals, you know, helping them manage their emotions, like, you know, that kind of stuff. Like, it's stuff I never got as a kid, like teaching them about finances, how to budget, like what it means to go to a store and exchange, you know, money for goods, and how to save money, and just all these like life skills. I feel like that is what I think is more important, honestly, than anything else, is like just teaching them to be good, kind human beings, like good, like we talk about character traits. Last week we talked about boldness and what it means to be bold, and this week we're learning about cautiousness and just all this kind of stuff. Like, it's just, so anyways, it's so beyond math and science and stuff. That's, like I said, a huge part of it, but that morning basket time is where like the real gold is. And I do it where, like, you know, each day we're doing Bible no matter what, but then one day like we'll focus on life skills, and then another day we'll focus on character studies, like or managing your emotions and stuff like that. So, okay, we have daddy-daughter dance to still put in. Andrew's gonna go play golf with our neighbor. He works at the Air Force Base, and I guess they have a golf course there. Who knew? I did not know. So he set up golf for all the guys, which is really fun. Andrew and I's 11-year anniversary. And then we're gonna go volunteer with Maddie at, it's like Feed My Children, I think is the organization. We're gonna all go as a Bible study group and volunteer, and we're taking Maddie, which I think is gonna be really good for her, and it's something I wanna start doing monthly. And then gym party and all of that. So we still have quite a bit to go to put in, and it's 8:45, but here I am chatting away. I haven't done this in a long time though, you guys, and some of you are like, I like the long videos, and you don't seem to mind it. So, you know, sorry if you're more into like the short videos, but this is like old school. Like, this is what I normally do. I just chatter away and plan at the same time. And so you guys can see everything happening in real time, which I think is helpful. For daddy-daughter dance, I think I'm gonna do a pattern label, and I kind of want to do which I don't know what time that's at. What time is that at? I need to search. I need to see. Okay, daddy-daughter date at 6:30. Okay, 6:30. So yeah, I think I'm gonna pull this one over because it's super pretty. And we're gonna put the daddy-daughter dance in. Did I have something else on the 7th? New releases, which I already put in. Okay. So let's do a font. Let's do Bohemian. Okay, so we have that in, and then on the 10th, Andrew's going to do golf with the guys, so I need to pull golf over here. If anyone else films videos on YouTube that's watching this, do you have moments where you're just like, what have I already talked about? What did I say? Like, I don't know, in the middle of filming sometimes I'm like, did I already talk about this? Especially because last night I tried filming this video and I was just not feeling it. Like, I was tired and I wasn't feeling very great. I was feeling really down last night. One thing I've learned about myself is like, Steph, if you are feeling super down, like, let's do a little evaluation of what's happening right now. Like, have you had enough water? Have you eaten good food today? Did you get outside at all? And then also, like, just go to bed. Like, sometimes I need to just tell myself, like, time to brush your teeth, wash your face, and hop into bed. Like, you know. And so that's what I did last night. I actually, like, just went to bed at 8 o'clock. I went to bed before my kids did last night because and I told Andrew, I was like, I need extra rest. I can just feel it. Like, I'm not feeling very great, like, emotionally right now, and I just decided to just go to sleep because, you know, I was just not feeling very great, like I said. So I think I'm gonna use this one here. So when you film multiple attempts at a video, sometimes you're like, did I talk about this? And even though it was last night, I'm like, I still remember, like, the things that I was talking about. So anyways, YouTube problems. I think he said he's teeing off at 8. Let me check my text message. I can always put the times in later. Oh, my friend Aubrey just texted me. I'll text her back in a minute. 8 o'clock. Okay. Maybe I'll use this one. I feel like I have not used this font. Golf with Jared. Ooh, this is kind of fun. I like this one. I'm not gonna put the tea time in. It doesn't really matter. I know it's in the morning, and just because the tea time's at 8, Andrew will still get up early and probably get there, like, my camera did its, like, little thing, but he'll probably get there at, like 6:30 even. He likes to get there to, like, warm up and stuff beforehand. I think I'm gonna make this a little smaller. Okay. So golf with Jared, and then Andrew and I's 11-year wedding anniversary is on the 16th. So I'm gonna put that in. Kind of a big deal, very exciting. I don't think we're really doing anything on that day because on the 17th, our gym is doing their, like, they have like a parents' night out where all the kids come to the gym and they do like a pizza party and all these like fun crafts and activities with them. So, and it's for like at least 3 hours. I think it's from like 5 to 8. But the girls are signed up for that. So we're just gonna go on a date on the 17th. But our 11-year, I think I'm just gonna use Bohemian. This is my go-to. So 11-year anniversary. We don't get each other gifts or anything. Andrew and I, like, I don't know. I say I'm not romantic. But maybe I am, I don't know. Sometimes I'm like, we should be doing like stuff for each, like getting flowers and stuff. And I do enjoy like when we get each other things. Like my love language is gift giving, but in like being able to give gifts to people, that's what I really love to do. And so I like getting him things. But like I don't know, we don't really get each other gifts and stuff. I don't know. It's just not, because we're like, well, we're trying to pay off the car. So I don't know that we're gonna do anything for each other on our anniversary. I doubt it. I think we're just gonna like go out and enjoy dinner together, and that'll be about it. So, but I'll just put this little wine glass down here. And we'll call it good. Cause I don't know, do I have any other like celebration type things? I guess I could do the balloons. Maybe I'll do the balloons because I don't drink and Andrew is decreasing his drinking. So I think I'm just gonna do the balloons. Okay, so we'll do that. 11-year anniversary. And then on the 17th, we have our volunteering at 9 o'clock. And we're packaging up meals for families. So I'm gonna do this little, maybe I'll do like the little lunch bag over here. And then we have our date night that night. So for that, maybe I might just use like a little heart. Should I have used a heart for the anniversary? You know what I haven't looked at is the deco. There's so much cute deco in this kit. I love it. Ooh, like I could have, instead of this coffee cup, I'm going to use one of these cute little coffees. Oops. Ooh, here we go. This will be cute. Cute. Okay. Let's do this. And I'll put our volunteer. GoodNotes 6 does have some updates too. I haven't had a chance to play with them very much yet, but apparently you can customize your, do I like that? I don't know if I like that. You can customize your toolbar, which I do want to do at some point, because some of these I don't use at all. I don't use the ruler. I don't even know what that is on it. It's like a laser pointer thing, I think. Or that's what it looks like. There's just some things that I like don't use hardly at all, and that I use more than any other. Like I use texting in my lasso, I would say, more than any other tool. So I'd probably want to put those first over here. So I definitely want to do that at some point, but I don't know if I like this label. I might do a different one. Let's go over to labels and see if I can find maybe even a pattern one. Ooh, this plaid one. We'll do that, because the plaid ones are fun because you can kind of stretch them out and they don't look too warped or anything. So I'm gonna send that to the back, and then we'll put this here, and we'll do the Hug Me Tight and volunteer, and then I'll do 9 to 11 a.m. and I don't know if I like the look of that. We're just gonna leave that for now, but I'm probably gonna go in and change it at some point because I just don't really, I don't think I like the font combo. Like I might do something a little different, but we're just gonna leave that for now. So I have the volunteer in there, and then we have date night. So for that, I might do another scallop label. I'm really liking the scallop labels. So I saw someone else in our Facebook group using them, and I was like, oh, like I was so excited when I designed them to use them, and then I like sometimes I forget about them. Might squish it down a little bit, and then let's go to the icons and maybe grab a heart. I feel like this needs to go up a little bit, and for the heart I'm gonna do this one. Oh, you know what? I could do a couple and like layer them. How cute is that? And then I'm just gonna do date night at 5. So I'm gonna use Bohemian again, and we'll do date night at 5:00 p.m. and do center, and then make this a bit bigger. Oops. And I think that'll be good. So date night at 5. Turn images off, and I'm just gonna plop this up here a little bit more. Okay, so there's that. Did I get everything? Oil change, coffee date, the dance, golf, anniversary, volunteer. Oh, school break. I was gonna put my school break in. We decided to skip our school break in January just because we had just had 6 weeks off, you know? So I think we're gonna do that moving forward. It just like didn't feel very right taking a break. So so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna, oh, I need to make sure his image is on, yeah. I'm gonna pull that up, and then I'm going to go to my labels here and do just a solid rectangle. And I think I'm gonna do the bright pink. And then the nice thing about this is you can kind of stretch it out. And go in. And I think what I'm actually gonna do is I'm just gonna put this down here. And, ooh, definitely make that thinner. Yeah, that's more like it. So yeah, Andrew had applied to Costco, and they said that he probably wouldn't be able to start till March, just because that's like typically when a lot of the seasonal people leave. And then he's on the waiting list for Instacart. There's a job that opened up at the church that we go to that looks pretty cool. So he's also thinking about applying there, but I'm just hoping he finds something like pretty soon, because I don't know, maybe that's why I'm feeling so like in limbo right now. Do I like that? I think I want to use a different one. Maybe do like this one. Yeah. That works. And then I'll go to Essential Scripts. I know like it's all, I do know in my heart it's all going to work out the way that it's meant to. Like it's all going to be fine at the end of the day, but it's just like right now I just feel like, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, I just feel, I don't know how to really explain it. Let's see, I think I'm gonna put some deco in. I have been getting into reading again. I started reading Fourth Wing, thanks to my friend Kelsey for that. She said it like changed her personality, and I was like, that is quite a thing. So I was like, I have to check this book out. And of course I flew through it, and I did get Iron Flame, and I started reading it, but like I haven't been making as much time to read, so hopefully I will be able to do that here. Maybe tonight I can read a little bit, I think would be nice. I'm just gonna grab, I really like having some torn paper. So yeah, it feels good to be reading again. I don't make as much time for it as I should, probably, because it honestly is really good for me. I never finished Warbreaker. It's not because the book's bad. I just think like the really in-depth like world building type of fantasy, like it's harder for me to get into that sometimes. And like Warbreaker, the pacing of it, it's good. But it just like, I feel like once I go a long time without reading a book, I have to start it over. And maybe I don't, because I do remember, I got pretty far in the book and I do remember a lot of what happened, and I might just like skim through it, you know, because it was a good book, and I do want to get into Brandon Sanderson. It's Andrew's like top favorite author, and he's been wanting me to read some of his books for a long time. I really enjoy fantasy books for the most part. I really like historical fiction a lot, like the Ken Follett books. Pillars of the Earth is one of my favorite books. But I don't know, I just have like, I don't like a lot of violence in books. I don't like a lot of like the spicy whatever stuff. Like I get secondhand embarrassment from that. I just cannot. And so it's hard for me. I feel like a lot of like books, like Fourth Wing had some of it in it. And I was able to just kind of skim through it, or even entirely skip certain sections, but it wasn't bad. Like it really wasn't bad in Fourth Wing. I didn't think. I don't mind some cursing and stuff like that. Stuff doesn't bother me, but yeah, for the most part, like I felt like it was pretty good. And so, and then Brandon Sanderson, I don't know about violence because I haven't like read his stuff a ton. Like Warbreaker didn't really have a lot in it, but it's not gonna have like the spicy whatever type of stuff. And yeah, so it's hard for me though to find books that that aren't too like, and I don't even remember like Ken Follett. Like I don't think there was a ton of like gore in that. But yeah, it can be difficult to find books that don't have that in it, you know, like, I don't know. So that's been kind of a struggle for me a little bit, just with like reading and things. I might use, I want to use more deco, but I'm just like not super sure. Like there's books here, so I like this book, but I might not use that. I might use this one. Oh, my little pencil grip is falling down. My family's gonna be home any minute, so I need to wrap things up here. But yeah, I think I'm gonna put that there. I might put the little book bag here, just to add some deco. And then I kind of want to do a quote. The thing is like, I love books and everything, but I am not one where it's like my nose always has to be in a book type of thing. I go through just like, one day I'm into it and the next day I'm not. Like, you know, I go through spurts of like reading a ton and then hardly reading at all. And I think that's fine. Sometimes I just want to play Animal Crossing. I love Animal Crossing. Sometimes I just want to do like extra Bible study time. I don't know, I like studying and learning new things and stuff. So yeah, I used to knit. I kind of want to get back into knitting because that was very therapeutic for me. I loved knitting. I think that's all I'm gonna do, you guys, for now. I might add more later, but like I said, I really should probably get going because my family's gonna be home any minute and we're gonna need to get right into our morning basket time so that it doesn't put everything else behind. We don't have tennis or gymnastics or anything in February. Just trying to cut back expenses. And Maddie likes tennis, but she doesn't love tennis, but she loves piano. So yeah. And her stuff, her activities are covered through the scholarship program that we're in. Julia will be covered this upcoming academic year, the 2024 to 2025, because she's turning 5 in February. Or not, what am I talking about? Oh my gosh, I'm planning February. In October, she's gonna turn 5. So at that point we can put her in activities and stuff like that. And then for Maddie, I think we're just trying to like lighten the load right now, you know, especially because we're gonna be sort of in flux once Andrew starts working. I don't want to have too much going on our schedule because we're gonna have to figure out how to balance things, like what are my work hours gonna be. It might impact like our hours for homeschool, that kind of stuff. I've even made some curriculum changes to make them less like, to allow Maddie to like work a little bit more independently on certain things. Like she's very, very strong in math and I love The Good and the Beautiful. But the thing is with The Good and the Beautiful, it is very like telling a story and stuff like that. So I feel like she would probably do better with just like the straight up black and white type of math, like Saxon math. We're giving teaching textbooks a try. It's an online program where she gets to watch like the lesson online and everything. And it's really cool because as a parent, you can go in. I have the little app here. And as a parent, I can go in and see like her grade book and like what she's done and all that kind of stuff. So I really like that. But yeah, so here, yeah, I won't show you guys, but anyways, because I need to go. But yeah, so we're trying to just like figure out a good mixture of all of that kind of stuff. And you know, when you're homeschooling, obviously you're involved as a parent, but there's some things like you have to know your kid, right? Like Maddie is self-motivated. She's very independent in general. And so just trying to find things where she can just kind of go, like that's what she's wanting to do. Like she likes The Good and the Beautiful. it's a beautiful curriculum, but she's more of like, I just want to get this like done. Like, okay, like let's just like, what am I learning here? Like, I don't need this whole thing. There's a lot of fluff in the curriculum. There is. So just trying to figure all that out, because we're now into this. This is we started homeschooling in August, like the beginning of August. So August, September, October. We took November and December off. So this is like our 5th full month of homeschooling, about, I believe, something like that. And so, you know, you start to figure things out at that point. But yeah, anyway, so there's gonna be a lot of changes, adjustments, all that. But anyways, my camera's about to die too, so I am going to go. This is gonna be a long video. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you had some snacks, or that you planned along with me during all of this. And yeah, if anyone else is out there feeling kind of off, not yourself, bit down, just know, as I always say on my channel, you're not alone. Reach out to me privately if you would like. I'd love to pray for you. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got for now. So again, I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you on Friday for a budget video. So until then, I will chat with y'all later. Bye.